Hello, welcome to Tuesday's Loose Women. It is lovely to have your company this afternoon. And joining me, Ruth Langsford today, are Colleen Nolan, Janet Street-Porter and Brenda Edwards. Now, coming up, would you let your friends help you choose your next date? We'll find out which two of us have already done that. Also, after a picture emerged online of an airline passenger admitting they had COVID whilst on a flight, we're asking, would you confront a COVID liar? And later, a Loose Women exclusive.
You come into my room and I was lying there and it was during the day and I was just so tired, so uncomfortable. I just didn't feel like, so depressed. I didn't feel like getting out of bed, and you come in and you just really cried, and I remember you saying, I just don't recognise my son.
I do remember that day, James.
Did you feel like you knew how to talk to me?
James Argent, or Arge as we know him, will be investigating the rising number of men suffering from eating disorders. He'll be talking to experts and fellow sufferers and opening up to his mum Patricia there about his own darkest days. First today, the big story, front page. First, an email has come to light showing that Boris Johnson's principal private secretary, Martin Reynolds, invited more than 100 people to make the most of the lovely weather, I quote, and hosted a gathering in the garden of Downing Street. Now, this was May 2020, during the height of the lockdown. So much outrage about this today, Janet, and the fact that there is an email. I mean, there's been speculation before saying, was it a party, was it a work? You know, we were just working outside in the garden. This was actually an email. He says, after what has been an incredibly busy period, we thought it would be nice to make the most of the lovely weather and have some socially distanced drinks in the number 10 garden this evening. Please join us from 6 p.m. and bring your own booze. Bearing in mind, at the time, the rules for the rest of us were you could meet one person outside. Just one.
Exactly. I was so incandescent when I heard this. I went to my diary, me, party animal Janet, who spent 50 years of her life out at every opportunity. And on May the 20th, I did absolutely nothing. I was at home. And in fact, that entire week, I was at home, and I remember May the 20th really clearly because we did Loose Women and I had to do it from home. And in fact, I didn't come into the studio because I was over 75 from the 18th of March till July the 7th. So
I've forgotten about the age restriction as well.
Yeah, the age restriction meant that I was advised not to do anything. And I remember May the 20th, 2020, because I've looked it up on my camera, on my phone, and it was so hot and I wasn't allowed to meet anyone. I jumped in the river near my house. I tied myself to the bank and I paddled around for 15 minutes. There I am, swimming with a safety harness. That's what I was reduced to on May the 20th, while Boris Johnson, allegedly, and his wife and all his workmates, at least 30 of them, were enjoying wine and gin and tonics and probably
I mean, I think so many people like you will be looking back or thinking back, maybe looking at their diaries like you have today. I'm thinking back, couldn't see my mum at all.
No.
Had to wave at her through a window. We were working in here, very socially distanced. You know, you were working from home, you know, and I was very grateful to be working. But I think, again, today, you know, it's that whole one rule for us and you will do what you like, which has made people so angry.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter if they were all socially distant at all, whether there was 30 or 100. The fact is they weren't the rule.